outside sheriffs running this town, you'd think we were all criminals. It's been hard watching so many businesses close down in Tumbleweed the past few years, but I'll be here until the bitter end. It's a little bit quiet today.
All right, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the live stream. It is Saturday, July 11th, 2026. Going to be doing some Red Dead Online today. I have the mic on. I know a lot of times you guys ask about the mic. A lot of people last week were asking about the mic. But yeah, I have like the next 9 hours or so free to myself. Hopefully technology holds up. I know I say that a lot, but I really mean it today. I was having a fight yesterday. There apparently was some kind of outage in the area. I was getting all kinds of text messages from our cable company, internet company. Ultimately, got it sorted out, got Lucy some time in the game, but didn't get nearly as much time as I had hoped. So, fingers crossed. I usually say that anyway, but like I said, even more so today, given the issues we had yesterday. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do some daily challenges on Lucky Lucy here. We're going to try to rank her up. I think she's at 321. We'll double check that in just a minute. But yeah, we'll start with some daily challenges. Probably going to do some moonshine deliveries, take advantage of bounty hunter roll bonuses, and then maybe towards the end do some collecting. But for now, let's take a look at the dailies for today. Under the general, we have 1 animal tooth sold, 1 crafted horse care item, 5 non-player enemies knocked out. Place top 3 in a takeover showdown. Place top 3 with a score in free roam events. 5 ram's head picked, and 2 seagulls plucked. So I'm going to do all that except for the PvP. I will talk a little bit about the PvP. Top 3 in a takeover showdown. I had heard earlier in the week, I think the same one was here, it was bugged. If I remember correctly, Braytech said that he came in 4th and still got credit for that, so you may not need to worry about that one too much. And the other one, this place top 3 with a score in free roam events, the best bet there is going to be wild animal tagging. It doesn't matter if you come in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 12th, 13th, 14th, whatever, you automatically get credit for placing top 3 in that event just by participating in it. So you literally can go in that one and go AFK and still get your gold. You can see here I'm at the start of week 3. So for Lucy today, it's 0.2 gold bars. That may be something where if you're in your first week, you may not even bother with that one. If you're really that opposed to PvP. I do like the wild animal tagging event. I think that's one of the better ones. There's not much infighting that goes on. There's not much player-to-player combat that goes on in that one. Sometimes people like to lasso you and shoot dynamite arrows near your horse and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's a pretty good event. And again, like I said, you get top 3 automatically. So there's your general dailies. I'm probably looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7. Lucy here, if I had to guess, we'll do 5 out of 7 today under general. Under bounty hunter, these roll challenges may look a little different than yours. If you have not ranked up your bounty hunter roll to at least rank 15, yours will look a little different than this. And it doesn't matter if you rank it up to 15 today. If you haven't already ranked it up to 15 going into today, then yours are going to look different. So for rank 15 or higher bounty hunter bounties, two bounties brought in from New Austin posters. I did that yesterday too. It's so funny that I said that because yesterday I read New Hanover. I did 2 out of New Hanover. I'm like, why didn't I get credit for daily? Well, dumbass, it's because it was New Austin. So anyway, 2 bounties brought in from New Austin posters. 1 bounty completed without killing an enemy or bounty target. 1 player bounty collected. On a trader, again, 15 rank or higher, Crips Special Stew, recipe completed, donated deadly predator, carcass or skins, 2 goods sold to local buyers. Collector, coins found, 3 collectibles found with a shovel. These 2 will go hand in hand. And for the most part, these 2 could also go hand in hand because it's 3 lost jewelry found. So unless you pull a jewelry from somewhere, if you use your shovel to dig a boxed jewelry, you're going to get credit for this collectibles found with a shovel. So these 3 are pretty easy. Moonshiner, $200 money made from moonshine sold. That's easy enough. That's just 1 moonshine delivery, provided you don't break a bunch of bottles. If you just deliver it easily enough, you'll get $200 money made from moonshine daily complete. 1 moonshine bar changed to core. That's an easy one. And then 3 moonshine bootlegger missions completed. Under naturalist, 7 crafted or cooked at a wilderness camp. 1 don't kill an animal for 24 game hours. You see that one's already rolling. And 2 sedated animals revived. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll get our 9th one with either the stew or the bounty. So we might not even need to do bounties for dailies today. We're still going to do them because I want to take advantage of the roll bonuses. But if I had to look at 9 for 9, I'm thinking we're never going to have to touch bounties. That being said, let's go ahead and get started with the moonshine stuff. We'll change our decor at the moonshine bar shack, and then we'll change our deliver $200. We'll deliver our 20 bottles, which should give us 200 money made. Lucy is at rank 321, just past the quarter way point, maybe a third of the way. A little under a third of the way to 322. We'll see what kind of damage we can do today as far as that goes. Last week I think they ranked up 5 times, so we'll see how that goes. And as far as money and gold, 392.91 gold and 123,000 RDO. So it's doing pretty good for a character that's only 6 months old, I've got to say. Zachary, how's it going? Welcome, howdy. Welcome to the stream. Kinger, liked, appreciate it. Always happy to get a like from you. Thank you very much. And Braytag, how's it going, man? Welcome. Howdy. So let's get started. We'll change our decor easily enough. If you own the Moonshine Shack, you can literally change a photograph if you don't want to spend any gold. Or if you do spend some gold to get a separate decor, it pays for itself by doing these dailies. This changed moonshine decor is a daily quite often. So
all right, what's next then?
What's next is bar decor, and we're going back to basic. So I usually toggle back and forth between these 2, basic and hunter. Again, you can spend 15 gold. Sometimes they're on discount. If you want to, 10 gold on refine. You don't even need to do all that. You can just change a picture. Literally change one of the photographs, and you get credit for a daily once you back out of the menu. So there you go. 0.2 gold, 200 XP for that one. Like I said, it's the start of week 3, so it's day 15, 1-5. we're gonna do our delivery. I would do this moonshine delivery no matter what. It helps that it's a daily for $200. But I always do these moonshine deliveries. It's good XP, and then you spend a couple minutes doing a delivery, and then you wait 48 minutes until Marcel's ready again. You get another 800 XP, 900 XP, whatever it is.
You have arrived. Bon. You are ready to drive, yes? Our clients are a little impatient for sure. We wish to make a good impression. These customers have shown they have some good taste. Their palate is simple, of course, but given their lack of culture, I have to admit.
Nice. It's been a while since I used the microphone. I was worried it wasn't working.
These jugs will arrive quickly and in one piece. Yes?
Yes. All 20 of them. Quaker's Cove. Here we go. Good, let me go. Nice. Roll right on through the roadblock. There's 200 money made from moonshine sold. Second roll daily complete. I saw something flashing. Probably a flower. Maybe another card over in the other shack. Yeah, there it is. See, this raccoon doesn't bite me. Grab this real quick. So, Braytech, was it northern copperheads or southern copperheads that you were looking for? I asked because there's usually one right here. Southern copperhead. I heard you saying copperhead. I didn't hear whether you were saying northern or southern. I actually have found northerns here too. Southern. So here you go. This is a pretty good, reliable spot. At least in poker table lobbies. I don't know about MTU lobbies. I'm assuming it'd be the same. But it's a pretty good spawn point for southern copperheads. I find them here quite often when I do my deliveries to Quaker's Cove. So come up here. I like to come up here and get these raspberries before I fast travel back to the Moonshine Shack. And then one day I just happen to notice, oh, hey, that's a southern. So but normally I'm on my horse, right? And when you go over here with the horse gets twitchy. And then one day I realized, oh, shoot, that's a southern copperhead or northern copperhead. Those are somewhat rare, right? Certainly not as rare as the water snakes or as difficult to get as the water snakes, but still, I think you may find that beneficial to your wetland samples hunt. If you check that spot, especially if you have the shack as your Moonshine Shack, and you get Quaker's Cove delivery. I mean, I can't tell you. I feel like every time I do a Quaker's Cove delivery, I see that thing there.
You are pleased with the profits from that batch, I hope. C'est parti. Very good. This will be a strong one.
Alright, so with the flavoring done, we'll go ahead and set a 48-minute timer. When that goes off, we'll know our moonshine is done. Now, you do get a notification in the game. It'll show you 150 XP also, but a lot of times if you're in the menu, you miss that, so I've just gotten in the habit of setting a 48-minute timer for whenever I do moonshine type stuff. Any session, really. Yeah, you bet, man. So naturalist, we got this one cooking. I got to craft or cook 7 at a wilderness camp. We got to sedate some animals. Let's go over to Emerald Ranch. I don't know why, but I like going over there. I either sedate and sample the sheep, which only take like 3 or 4 rounds each, or a lot of times just like rabbits, muskrats, foxes, skunks, things that only take like 1 or 2 rounds. So if you're looking to be efficient with your rounds, I feel like sedative rounds, I feel like you're better off going to Emerald Station than like going to Armadillo and trying to get pronghorn and spending 15 rounds and shooting rocks and cactus and all their other kinds of stuff. Before we go over there, let's craft and cook. Let's see what we can craft and cook. I don't have horse meal unlocked yet on this character. I don't really necessarily care to. She can do revivers. I think she can do split points, right? Split points is the best thing to do. Pistol cartridges, split points. We should be able to rock out 7 of these nice and quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Daily done, right? Show me that gold. There it is, 0.2. Easy peasy on that daily. Day of Reckoning, if you haven't gotten your... What was it? What was Day of Reckoning for this month? Rushwood shirt? Right, let me see. RDO July rewards. Day of Reckoning. Or Manhunt. Get the white Rushwood shirt. I have it on my other characters. I don't necessarily care for it on this character, so I'm not going to stress about it. There'll be other ways to get that shirt at some point, I'm sure. But if you're worried about it, there you go. Day of Reckoning just went off. It's coming week. It's a treasure map. Looking forward to that one. That's right. You have until August 3rd? Yeah, through August 3rd. 5-week month this month. They had to do it in order to get us into August. I'm not mad. Bounty Hunter's an okay one to have 5 weeks. As long as it's not Naturalist. I can't do Naturalist for 5 weeks. Even though I do it like every day on my main character. I don't stress over the bonuses. Because they're not that great with Naturalists. But it's Bounty Hunter. 5 weeks of Bounty Hunter month. That'll work. So I don't see any little guys. Oh, hold on. Maybe there's something over here. See? Little rabbit. I only had to use 2 rounds there. Get half a daily done. I'm trying to conserve my rounds so I'd go see Harriet less on this character. So my main character, I'm working on a lot of Naturalist awards. I try not to kill animals on that character just because I have to interact with Harriet so much. On this character, I don't really care. I'm killing everything because I'm not really stressing over Naturalist. I got the role ranked up. I'm not trying to do all these Naturalist awards on 2 characters. That would be insanity. It's kind of insanity just to do it on 1. But I tell you all that to tell you, like, I'm trying to avoid Harriet, which is why I'm trying to conserve rounds. I'm trying to avoid Harriet on this character at all costs. So we are conserving sedative rounds. I'm going to set the muskrats over here. Yes, it is. Nice. So another very easy daily. I tell people all the time, I know I sound like a broken record, Naturalist sucks to rank up, but once you get it there, it's a great role to have because the dailies are so easy. Like, I'm probably going to get all 3 of these Naturalist dailies today. I'm about to get the second one out of 3 already. Right? So there you go. There's 4 dailies done already. How long have I been streaming for? Like 10 minutes? And I'm probably going to get the Do Not Kill an Animal one. That one I'm not going to stress over too much. If I run something over as we're out riding around, oh well. There's other dailies we can do, like this Crypt Stew thing. I think it's very easy 9 for 9 today. Multiple easy pathways. I mean, you know, you kind of have to kill an alligator anyway if you don't have a tooth, right? Go back to the generals. tooth sold. Animal tooth sold. If you don't have one, go kill an alligator. Keep the skin. Donate it to Crips. Not only will you get your tooth daily done, but you also get your one of 3 deadly predator donations to Crips. So let's go through this. I didn't have a tooth on my other characters when I was doing them earlier today. Where even is that? Materials? Would have been her materials if she had one? I don't even know. I'm just gonna kill an alligator. Screw it. Like I said, I don't really care about that don't kill an animal challenge. It's already halfway done, but even like a quarter of that was me just sitting in the wardrobe waiting to start my stream. My other characters will get it easily enough. They're just hanging out in the wardrobe right now. But on her, we can figure something else out. So let's go to Le Gras and get our alligator tooth. Real Time Tay, how's it going? Welcome. Almost 100 hours of Crimson Desert. Yeah, dude, you're killing it. I feel like you've already caught up to where Cap was when I first started watching him. Now, granted, he's been playing other games and stuff like that, but I remember when he first got the Wyvern, however you pronounce it, and you know, bonded with it enough that it grew into an actual, you know, from a little baby to the big boy. That was pretty cool to watch today, man. I didn't get to see Cap do that. I watched one stream where the Wyvern was a baby, and the next stream it was an adult. I actually saw yours go through metamorphosis, I guess. What's the right term for that? I don't even know, man. But yeah, that was cool. I'm really debating if I want to play that game. It looks great. I think my biggest thing is I share your frustration with the puzzles, and obviously Google has been your friend. But I don't know if I want to do all of that. You know, it's almost like if I have to Google everything or nearly everything for a game, it kind of loses a little bit of the fun. Takes a little bit of fun out of it, right? I don't know. Maybe not. So she did not have a tooth, so I'm glad I did that. She needed the tooth. They reset the don't kill an animal 24 hours challenge, whatever. Like I said, don't care about that. We can make up for it with our 3 predators. I should call out the hunting wagon and just take 3 alligator skins back, but let's see what happens. We're going to be riding around a lot today, so I'm sure we'll encounter some wolves, cougars, bears. You know, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to donate predator skins to Crips. That was like Elden Ring, man. Like I couldn't deal with Elden Ring because I didn't want to have to Google every dang thing. So more power to you, man. You're way more patient than I am for that kind of stuff. So GG's. My horse is stuck on something. See him over there. So I did get the Steel Gray Breton on this character. I also got one on Blondie. So all 3 of my characters now have this. So I think this is the best bounty hunter horse. I think it might be the best horse overall in the game. At one point I would have said that and it wouldn't have been I think, it would have been I know. But I think they nerfed these Bretons. They're not as brave as they used to be. I don't think. But yeah, this is Storm. I like her. She's cool. Good horse. Got her ranked up all the way. Blondie's having a hard time ranking her up. I don't know why. Probably don't play that much on Blondie. We're looking to see. We're going to do maybe Crips Camp Stew. I need parasols. I don't have them. So I'm not necessarily going to worry about this one too much. Let me go through Stew creation real quick. It's an award to create stews, and we're here. So I have everything else except for what I need for Crips Special Stew. We'll see. Again, if I get desperate, for some reason I think I'm not going to get the 9 roll challenges done, then we'll come back. But I think we're going to be alright. See, it's interesting how that happens, right? So I will say, the Bretons, at least the one that I have, they're skittish around snakes. And they used to be great around predators. They're maybe not as good around predators now as they used to be. They're still pretty good. But they're really good around gunfire. I think of all the horses, they just kind of like, I don't know, they're meant to be around gunfire, right? It's a bounty hunter horse, so. Alright, We dropped off our predator skins, just Crips. Let's go. I'm gonna go to. Do I want to go to Valentine? Let me see. No. I'll go to Rhodes. Go to Rhodes Butcher to sell our tooth. Now you can sell this to any butcher or to Gus at any of his locations. I'm going to Rhodes because there's a lost jewelry there, just outside of town. It's also a diggable. And that kind of starts like a little cycle of jewelry and coins that I can collect. Again, this is not going to be a major collector run just yet. I'll probably do that a little later in the stream. But for now, we're here to just get our dailies done, right? So we'll do this daily.
On a long time. Back for some good meat, are you?
I'll sell both of them. What the hell? Gold for tooth sold. And then if I go right over here, start heading towards the red barn in the distance. This little formation with the tree and the rocks has a jewelry, lost jewelry. That's also a diggable lost jewelry. So we're going to double down on those 2 dailies. Maybe get something good. Complete a set. That would be nice. Hey Rich, how's it going? Welcome. Howdy. So there's one collectible found with a shovel, a Pele Pearl necklace. That'll work. That's usually a rare one. Maybe that completed the set for her. We'll have to see. And then, yeah, there's her 9 of 9, but that I might have already had that. So let's see. The best way to tell that, well, we'll wait for notifications first, but the best way to tell that is to just hold down on the right arrow on the D-pad, open up your satchel, which I'll do in a second as soon as all these notifications are done. And if you match the number of Pele Pearl necklaces in your recents, which for me is 3, wow, I'm surprised I had that many, and then go over to your collector and look at your necklaces. In this case, I only have 1 full set. I wonder what I'm missing. So I needed a 2nd or 3rd Ainsworth Cross necklace and Braxton Amethyst. Those are on the map quite often. I'm not going to stress about that too much. Maybe later in the stream we'll take a look at that kind of stuff to complete more sets, but she has a ton of sets already ready to go. Like, I feel like we just had Collector Month, right? And then we had an all bonus, which included Collector Month. And I actually think Collector is the next one in order, so I think, don't quote me on it, but I think it might actually be Collector Month again in August. If not, then maybe September. But either way, I'm already starting to hoard my collections. If you haven't already seen it, I put a video up last month. It was 20 ranks and 50,000. That's 50,000 RDO in 20 minutes. Now, a lot of that is like setup, right? You go around the map every so often, you get as many sets as you possibly can, and then the second collector roll bonuses take effect, you go and sell your collector sets. It's huge XP, huge money. It's like such a great way to rank up a character. You know, again, I don't know too many people other than maybe like Braytech who have made this kind of progress with a character this quickly. You know, again, 321, probably what, halfway to 322 now? Yeah, just about halfway to 322 in 6 months. I've been on vacation twice, like for like full weeks, right? Went to South Carolina 1 week, went to New Jersey another week. Didn't take the PlayStation, so I didn't play it all those days. There were days where work was crazy, my schedule was crazy. I only got to play for like 5 or 10 minutes. So in another video I posted recently, I talked about it. If you can average like 2 hours a day, man, you can make a killing. You can absolutely make a killing. Ghost, how's it going? Welcome. Howdy. Just going around the map right now. This area of the map, Scarlet Meadows, right? Doing some dailies. There's a daily for coins and lost jewelry, and for shovel, collectibles with a shovel. So we'll go right over here and get this coin. Horse is spooked, must be a snake in the area. Like I said, skittish around the snakes for sure. Much better around predators and gunfire. New York token, nice. I think that's 2, okay, 2. I don't quite have a full set of coins yet, though. What was the horse running from, the deer? Nah. There must have been a snake around. He's way over here. You got freaked out because the metal detector sounded like a snake. Rattlesnake. Down here is a jewelry. It's going to be, I think, like in here. Put the waypoint there. Another diggable jewelry. So we should get, in addition to 2 out of 3 on the jewelries, we should get complete our collectibles found with a shovel. Do a little auto ride. Still need 3 gold eagles to have 170 cents. Break on sub because I got a New York token. Hey, didn't you get one yesterday? Man, I would gladly trade whatever coins and arrowheads you need for cougar samples, desert pronghorn samples, water snake samples. I know you're still working on wetlands, but moose samples. Any leftovers you have from when you were grinding Naturalist Awards. I'm doing pretty good, I think, on Big Tex at least. Doing pretty good. I think he's got 24 now. I know I said 25 during your stream, but I think it's 24 breakdeck. I think I did one. 24 desert samples needed. 61, I want to say, Forest River, and then like 90 something wetlands. So those are lagging way behind because I don't like dealing with the water snakes. And I know you're having issues with Florida Panther. I'm curious to see if I'll ever get to that point. I'm not there right now, but I'm guessing that once I go find enough snakes, then the Florida Panther will become an issue. So I don't know. We'll see. So this should be our 3rd collectible to shovel. There it is. Give me that gold. Braxton Amethyst, right? Wasn't that one that we needed? That was one we needed. And then actually I was just looking ahead. The Ainsworth Cross is on the map. Liberty Quarter twice and gold dollar, but you do have plenty of those. Nice. Need 1 hideout to clear max that war. That's awesome, man. That is one that I haven't worked on. One of these days I'm going to stream from Tex again, and we'll go through all the awards that he's got. I think he's closest on ambushes of the free roam awards. I think he's closest on ambushes. Yeah, see, there you go. So that's only my 2nd Braxis Amethyst. If I go down to necklaces, I should see. I normally wouldn't worry too much about this, but we're literally right in the area. The Ainsworth Cross is over at Shady Bell, so we'll go get that for our 3rd jewelry. I could just go down to Catfish Jackson's and get the, I think it's a Thurburn turquoise ring. That's a tongue twister, but we're going to skip that one because we need, in order to get a 2nd set of necklaces, we need this Ainsworth Cross necklace. So yeah, that's cool, Ghost. That's awesome, man. 1 hideout. I'm curious how many defend the campsites you need, because that's the one that's lagging furthest behind for me, right? So just for those of you guys who are like, what are these guys talking about? So this is my newest character, so this is going to be a bad example, but a lot of us are like rank 1000s, and the only thing we have to play for now are these awards, which you may not even realize exist, but you should definitely, every player should be going through these and taking a note of, is there anything that I can reset, right? So this one's not resettable, this Naturalist Award, but this one for taking samples from legendary animals is. And a lot of them you can reset up to 10 times and max them out. So we're all like, a lot of the people in this community, myself included, are what I would call ultra completionists, meaning it's not enough that we hit rank 1000, we need every award, or at least need to make an attempt at every award. So what Ghost is talking about is free roam, and you got the hideouts here. You can see Lucy hasn't even cleared 1 yet, right? She's cleared 1. She hasn't reset it once yet. She's still in her first wave, 61 out of 100. And then ambushes, she's close, 10 away. And then helping people in need, she's 4 away. So on my main character, and I just know this from memory because I freaking look at it every day because I'm a freak like that. The help people in need is done on my main character. ambushes, I'm in my final wave. I want to say I'm like maybe 10, 15 in, so I need like 85 more to finish. Defend campsites, I'm way behind on. It's like maybe wave 7 on that. And then hideouts, I think I'm maybe in like wave 8 or 9. Hideouts, I don't know on my main character by heart. And then there's this free roam one, which I think obviously is the hardest one out of all of them, because all of these are like 100, 100, 100, 100. This one's like 1,000. So unless you're like nuts and you're doing free roam missions every day, you probably don't really have that one too far along like Lucy. Now I think it's interesting, most of those free roam missions, keep in mind that it shows 66 there, right? If you go over to crimes and look at her blood money, it's 49. So 49, and they count. So if you do a blood money mission, you get credit for a free roam mission. Especially if you take it from a stranger like Joe, Anthony Foreman. But yeah, so of her 66 free roam missions, 49 have been blood money crimes, and they probably have been those ones where it's like, find the stash or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to find the stash. I'm going to go collect while the timer's active. So anyway, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about these resetting awards and maxing out awards. And there's a lot of us, quite a few of us here in the community who take that seriously. It's like our goal on our main characters, because like I said, we're all ranked 1,000. We've done every mission a million times over, so we're finding new ways to... Rockstar's not giving us any new content, so we're finding new ways to challenge ourselves. And I think that's pretty cool of us. I'm not just saying that because I do it too. I would say it's cool. if other people were doing it, I would say, oh man, that's a great idea, I'm going to start doing that. But yeah, once we hit rank on that 1,000, it's like, okay, what do I do now? So there's, that should be 2 full sets. Something else is buzzing over here. Was there a card? Must be a card in John's room. Or is it in Arthur's room? I don't have the map set up for that. I just have coins and jewelry. Is it downstairs? We just check the chimney real quick. I doubt it's the chimney one. Yeah, it must be downstairs in, what's it, Hosea's room? If you're familiar with story mode, this is one of the gang's camps at one point. What's this one? Why does she duck? Getting close on the Valuables Award too? Nice. Yeah, that was a fun one. I mean, I say fun. It was fun for me. The thing I liked about the Valuables Award and the pursuit of it was I was getting all those other random spawn events, like the hideouts and the strangers and defend the campsites and stuff like that. Now that I'm not doing the Valuables run on my main character anymore, I'm not really seeing a lot of that stuff. I'm having to like actively seek it out. The other day I was like, I should just do a Valuables run just to get those things to spawn in. So anyway, collector should be done now, right? All 3 collector rolls. I still gotta get 2 coins. But I finished jewelry. You get this. Whoops, what did I hit? Ainsworth Cross now has 2, so that should be 2 full sets of necklaces, and it is. So this little number in the bottom right-hand corner now shows 2. So I just completed a set by grabbing that random, not random, but static Ainsworth Cross. So for coins, let's keep that rolling now. We need 2 more coins for the coin daily. There's one there at the slaughterhouse, Prinz and Company slaughterhouse. So we'll ride over there in cinematic. But yeah, that's good, man. That is a true grind award, that Valuables one. It's not like the collectibles where, it resets at a certain time. It's like literally you have to wait 24 hours. I was giving it like 24 hours and 15 minutes. When I was doing that one, I was actually writing down on my office calendar what time I started my run, and the next day so if I started at 6:30 in the afternoon, the next day I made sure I didn't start until 6:45. That way I didn't get ahead of myself and end up missing out on valuables. The other thing is too, and I meant to do a video on this, I just never had time to. The silver earrings do not count towards the Valuables award. You still get credit for it, like monetary credit. You get paid from the fence, but if you watch when you're turning those in, those silver earrings do not count towards the valuables sold to a fence. I don't know why. Probably just another one of those lovely Rockstar bugs we're all familiar with. But I realized that with like 100 left to go, I was like, why am I only getting credit for 32 when I know I turned in 36? And I went and looked, and I was like, I watched the video back. I'm like, oh, the 4 silver earrings didn't count. So then I tested it the next day, and I found that it was true. The silver earrings do not count towards that award. All right, so one more coin. I'm looking at like fast travel, like what's near fast travel. There's one in Strawberry, so we're gonna go grab that one. Try to get this done as quickly and efficiently as possible. Not that I don't have plenty of time to play today, but you know, collector, I think to some people can be boring. Just kind of showing how you can get it done quickly. You get credit for it in gold, and you get credit towards possibly getting collector sets, right? Like the situation with that necklace just there. We actually got a full collector set out of this. So come collector bonus month, that'll be worth 3,000 XP, and that will help me rank Lucy up, as quickly as possible. Oh, don't hit that guy! Woo! Oh, don't hit that guy! My horse is out of control. Got a mind of its own right now. Settle down, Storm. What are you doing? Pissing off people in Strawberry. I'm passing by a lot of other collectibles. I can hear them jingling in my ear. But we are focused on dailies, and right now that means coming to get this coin. Later in the stream I may come back and do more coins and jewelry stuff, depending on what we need to quickly rank her up. A lot of these are worth like 300 XP. That one's probably not, because it's 17.96 penny, but it did get me the gold. It was 200 XP. 200 XP, that 400 there was 200 for the challenge and 200 for the pulling the coin itself. So that's a wrap on collector dailies. Took a break this week from the game. Did a stream this morning, a couple of hours, and YouTube decided to end your stream. Yeah. For me, Braytech, I have until 8 o'clock tonight, so 8 hours and 13 minutes more, I think. So hopefully, like Ghost is saying, YouTube doesn't decide to end my stream for me. I would like to determine when I end my stream today, but we all know, anyone who streams or creates content on YouTube knows how that goes. Even just playing the game sometimes. I got kicked out yesterday. I had issues with my internet. Finally got that sorted out, and then Rockstar decided to kick me out. I'm like, no, the internet's fine now. Don't kick me out. So luckily I was already done with Lucy at that point, but I did not get to do as much sampling on my main character as I would have preferred because of this whole nonsense. But what are you going to do, man? So anyway, short answer to your question. This should be a long stream. Lady Outlaws and the kids are out and about today. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that it's not extremely hot here and also not raining. So we had, last weekend it went from like 115 one day, 110, that's Fahrenheit, so probably like, I don't know, 38 for you guys. Just know it was hot, right? It was super hot. And then the next day it was like half that. It was like 60 degrees, again, Fahrenheit, and like raining. Pouring rain for like 2 days straight. So the weather's been doing some weird funky stuff. It's summertime, kids are out of school, they're trying to get some time in the sun, maybe sit by the pool for a little bit, and just maximize that time outside. And I'm like, hey, I'm all for it. I don't want to go outside, so I'm going to do some stuff and stream, and we'll see what happens with Lucy here. Anyway, Trader, which one do I want to do? We could go try to get the Parasol Mushrooms. I kind of want to do some bounties though, man. Let's go do some bounties. New Austin. Don't kill anyone. That one usually bugs. I bet the other characters get credit for it, though. Let's go do some bounties. Let's pick up the action a little bit here. I know a lot of people think collector's boring. I like it. I'm okay with boring. I'm okay with chill. But I also like when bounty hunters on bonus. Go do some bounties. I'm gonna take them out of Armadillo. See if we can't get some good timers. I gotta pick up some ammo for her shotgun here. Maybe do a little collecting while we're waiting out timers. I don't know, we'll see. Might just hang out too. I'm here. I wanted to have a nice long session. part of the. I wasn't gonna stream. At first, I was like, I want to stream. Then I was like, no, I don't know if I really want to stream. But if I don't stream and I use the capture card to capture my gameplay, I only get like 4 hours of time. This way, we get like 8, maybe 9 hours of time with Lucy. Maybe get her maxed, maybe get her ranked up a few times at least. Maybe even like 5 times. I don't know, we'll see. So we're gonna go back to camp. There's an award for taking stuff from your camp lockbox. You can go to post office to pick up your ammo too, but since I don't have this award maxed out yet, I am gonna go to lockbox and do it that way. She has a full 100 good wagon ready to go. Do that at some point. I was thinking about doing that yesterday and getting the distance daily done, but I end up getting a third collectible. Okay, so she doesn't have that ammo. That's why she's running so low on it. So let's order out of the catalog. Not provisions. Ammo. I'm just gonna order everything I need. Really here for the shotgun ammo, but I'll take it all. BK tried doing the Wolfman bounty for that daily, but it bugged and didn't count for her. Yeah, I don't think that trick works anymore. We used to use that one for the killing wolves. I don't think you get credit for that anymore in that one either. I don't know. I don't mess around with those legendary bounties. Those things are so bugged. The legendaries, the infamous are totally bugged. The payouts for regular bounties are so good. I mean, I've gotten upwards of like 2,000 XP just from a regular bounty. Regular 3-star bounty, $3 sign bounty out of Armadillo here. If the timer is good, sometimes you get like 16-minute timers. It's like, okay, thank you for the free XP. So those legendaries can be exciting sometimes, but once you get them ranked up enough, it's kind of like, okay, do I really want to do a 5-star legendary bounty all by my lonesome? Not really. That one's that daily is so funny too. There's been times where I've killed people and gotten credit for it. There's times where I don't kill people and don't get credit for it. It's all jacked up. Shadow roll date is completed already. That's what you forget. I screwed up big time yesterday, man. I did 2 bounties out of New Hanover, from New Hanover posters. One from Annisburg and one from Emerald. And then I was like, well, how come I didn't get credit for the daily? Because it was New Austin. Freaking idiot. Give it, I jacked that up. Speaking of New Austin, let's go. Armadillo. Hopefully we get one person $3 sign bounty here. Ooh, the two and the 1 are both one person. That's nice. Ah, son of a bitch. No, I'm not doing that. We'll do this guy. These have been bugging out a little bit too. Now see, look at this. I know for a fact I'm gonna get like a 16-minute timer on this one. This is one where the dude's over here. So yeah, I'm gonna intercept them kind of like around this area, and they're going to give me an insane timer. The tricky thing here is to make sure you don't kill... Actually, I don't want to go this way. You know what? Sure. I don't normally go this way. Normally I would go through the cemetery over Cooch Chapel. But what the heck, we're trying to get a good timer, right? So, sometimes this bounty is in the wagon with like 3 other people who will shoot at you, and they end up getting shot. Sometimes they're on the wagon, and after you take out the driver, they become the driver. So you gotta be careful. You really gotta look, at the mini map and see which one is the Red Skull But yeah, this is gonna be an insane timer, no matter what. Just don't kill the bounty. And actually, I can stop. There's a few things. I can stop and grab a London Dry Gin. We'll see if we make it that far. So they're coming right for us. I might stop in over here. London Dry Gin. There's a jewelry over here. Really no reason to rush this. The faster you go and get to the bounty, the shorter the timer you're going to get. You can't take too much time because then they'll give you a really short timer. But trust me, take your time. You get more XP. I mean, I might get enough XP here to... I'm not going to say rank up. But between like the 2,000 XP I'm probably going to get for bringing in the bounty and whatever I get for killing enemies along the way, this is going to be pretty insane payout. Last week did 6-man bounty, but only 2 showed up. Yeah, that happens a lot too. It kind of annoys me. Yeah, I was thinking about Julio. There's a jewelry today, kind of over by where Julio is. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I have a plan. I'm not gonna say anything about it, other than it involves Julio, and that I think you're gonna love it. You, Braytech specifically. I'm gonna make sure I don't go by this. See, I almost went by it. London Dry Gin is over here. I have a plan for something involving Julio, and I'm excited. Hopefully, the plan comes together. But yeah, that's your teaser. As soon as I thought about what I wanted to do, I was like, oh man, Brittany's gonna love that. I might even tag you in the video. Tag your channel. I saw you're getting close to 100 subs again, dude. We got like 91, 92. That was yesterday, man. I got even more today, I don't know. Can I take my... Oh, my tonics got... Wait, did I not put these tonics on? Wow, I got this far into the stream and haven't done any of this stuff? Oh, you know why? Because I took the... Superior Stew and got my gold cores that way. Julio Down by the Schoolyard was a song from, like, I don't know, my parents' age. 70s, 60s even. This game loves giving me timers. Look at that, 16 minutes, dude. And that's on top of however long it's been to ride over here. So we're gonna take out the driver. I'm guessing the bounty was the passenger, is now the driver. Don't ride behind that wagon, there's a Maxim gun up there. Uh-oh. Look at this. This guy can't quite get me with the Maxim gun. The bounty's not escaping, he's right there. Now is he... See how he flashes a different color? He is the driver at the moment. I'm really in no rush here. I mean, this is just too easy, right? You're gonna carefully, maybe not so carefully, hopefully carefully, extract him from the driver's seat. Trim it all. No, don't shoot him. That's the bounty. You're gonna try and go on foot, which I think is hilarious. Hellfire! So I definitely killed enemies there. I wasn't trying not to kill enemies. I don't really care about that. Don't kill enemies while doing a bounty roll challenge. I'd rather have the XP from killing everyone. Now how's this guy shooting at me when I'm downhill? Do I actually have a shot on him? Trim it all. Why is this guy like, what's this guy doing? Whoa! Shooting from the hip. Trying to get that hip fire daily. There isn't one. But who knows? Maybe the NPCs have that daily. I mean, this is a ridiculous timer. It might get a little shorter when I pick them up, but let's see. Nope, 1340 still. And keep in mind, it's a $2 sign bounty. Sometimes they have this with a $3 sign bounty. And it's like unbelievable. Yeah, 8 to go. Well, you also gotta be careful that these pursuing enemies don't shoot your bounty by mistake. How's my gun dirty already? Did I just clean it? Oh! Oh man, dude, some of the stuff these bounties say, part of the reason why I love waiting out the timer. You puny woman! We'll see if he says anything really, really funny. Again, I am in no rush, right? 7.5 minutes is an eternity. You can ride from Annisburg to Armadillo in 8. And we are way closer than Annisburg right now. Knock that off.
You lost your damn mind?
You're the one trying to escape. Where's your boy? Boys.
Lord above.
You pick some fools to ride with. Yeah, get back to the kitchen. He might. This guy does say that one. The what? There's one guy, and he sounds like Matt Damon, and he says, "See, sucking bastard." The way he says it, like just out of nowhere, like he'll be in the wagon for 15 minutes, not saying a thing, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, "See, sucking bastard." I'm not saying the actual word, but I think you know what I mean. I mean, again, this... Oh, there it is. You puny woman. You puny woman. It's not so much the line. Like, the line itself is usually pretty crazy. But these voice actors, man, I don't know. They hired some ballers. Trim it all. Which state does America dislike the most? It depends on where you are. If you're in the north, I feel like a lot of northerners don't like the southern states, like Florida and Texas. And I feel like the southern states don't really like the northern states, like New York, Massachusetts, right? So people from New York and Massachusetts don't like Florida and Texas, and then vice versa. I've lived in both, and I don't have like a dislike for really any of the states. I think like my own state is kind of lame, but people don't hate it. They just think it's lame because there's nothing really to do here. That's a good question. I feel like A lot of people don't like California. Here's the thing. California is beautiful, but it's really expensive to live there, and the people have like a lot of people have very extreme views as to like I don't want to get into politics or anything, but like they're all very very progressive there. In fact, I live in a very progressive state, and it's nothing compared to California. So, it really just depends. But I love all the states. I think all the states. I love like Montana and South Dakota. I like the mountains and the ranches and stuff like that. I love New Mexico and Arizona. The Southwest is beautiful. I like Florida. I don't like the heat or the humidity that comes with Florida, so I could like probably never live there. But we'll see. That's where Morgan wants to go to school for college, at least right now. So if she ends up going to college there, we may move down there to get a little closer to her, be closer to where she's going to school. But that could all change. I mean, she's got 10 years before she even needs to think about any of that. So people hate the state they live in. They always want something different. Yeah, well, it depends. So like, I'm from Connecticut. I grew up here. It's home. There's a lot of things I hate about it that I would love to change. But because it's home and I have roots here, it's kind of hard to uproot. But that being said, I did live in Texas for a couple of years. I liked Texas. I actually really liked Texas. I would move back to Texas in a heartbeat. Maybe not the city. Like I lived in Dallas. I don't know if I want to live in the city. I like the outskirts of Texas. I had friends that were from like Southwest Texas, and it was beautiful there. We used to go like drink and hang out in the river on like the tubes and stuff like that. Put a bunch of tubes together, get some coolers, get some drinks. That better change back, thank you. Change to the prison wagon real quick. And then from Texas, I went to Baltimore. I like Maryland. There's a lot of places that I like up Maryland. I grew up going to Ocean City, Maryland for like vacations and stuff like that. We still go every once in a while now. But I did not like Baltimore. I liked being close to baseball and Orioles. I love Camden Yards. But there's a lot about Baltimore to not like. A lot of poverty, a lot of crime. My car got stolen when I lived there. So the only time I ever really had like crime committed on me. Western Maryland's nice too. There's actually some mountains in Maryland, which is nice. But there's not really many places I wouldn't go. I don't like cities. I do not like big cities. I would not, like I said, even as much as I love Texas, I would not move back to Dallas. Definitely wouldn't move back to Baltimore. There's not many cities that I would live in. But yeah. I asked him because there's a cat that don't really fancy going to Ohio. Yeah, Ohio gets a bad rap too. I feel like Ohio and Connecticut are very similar. There's my timer for Moonshine. There's my XP for Moonshine. I've never actually been, but I wouldn't. It's not like it's not top 5, but it's also not bottom 5 for me. Very similar climate to where I live in the U.S. They have winters, they have seasons. That's the downside of Florida. Florida just has hot and really hot, and humid and really humid. There's no like fall or autumn or winter. Rarely do they get snow. If they do get snow, it doesn't usually stick. Let me out these ropes. But it is a lot of it's very different. Like I think a lot of people 50 states, United States, right? It's in the name. But they're so like every state is just so different. Even up here, like we have very small states. Maine's probably one of the biggest of the New England states, as they call them, right? So Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut is all like should be like one state, right? New England could very easily be one state. But there's a lot of differences within those 5. Like Rhode Island, there's a lot of ocean. Connecticut, there's not as much ocean, even though they're right next to each other. Connecticut's more like Long Island Sound water, You know, so if you go to the like, oh, we're going to the beach. I'm like, you're not going to the beach. You're not. There's no beaches in Connecticut. It's like 3-foot waves at most, like 18-inch waves, and it's all friggin' rocks and shells. Like that's not the beach, right? You go to the beach, you go to Miami, right? So, anyways, it's still 6. Yes, it is. All right, let's take Della here. We'll take Della. Got family in Illinois, plus 14 years left career till retirement. As much as I claim I'd move, then family will probably keep me here. See, yeah, I think we're going to be the opposite. Like, the timing will be such that Lady Outlaws is probably going to be ready, looking at retirement. Not because she's going to be old, but what she does for work has something of a short lifespan. There's a lot of what they call repetitive stress injuries, right? RSI, repetitive stress injury, from the motion of the wrist. So she's not going to be able to do what she does forever. So the timing will be such that she's probably going to retire right around the time. This is another timer that's going to be great, by the way, all the way down to freaking tumbleweed for this one. Her retirement will probably line up with Morgan going to college. Now, Avery is kind of like the wild card, right? So for those of you who don't know, I have twin 10-year-old daughters. They're amazing. They're my life. Morgan is like what you would call a typical kid, right? Avery has special needs. Avery has Down syndrome. So even though they're twins, and Avery actually was born 2.5 minutes sooner, if you look at them, they do not look like twins, and you would guess that Morgan is the older sibling. You'd probably guess that Morgan's like 12 because she's so tall, and Avery looks like she's like maybe 6. So, and mental age, right, intellectual, they call it intellectual disability. I don't like that word, disability. But she does have, intellectually, she has special needs. So it's a lot more like dealing with, say, a 3-year-old, maybe even 4 or 5-year-old, depending on what she's doing. So it's like, even right now, she's not fully potty trained. We were thrilled the other day because she actually did a full potty by herself for the first time. You know, she actually even washed her hands afterwards. So I was like, holy crap, she washed her hands, thank God. I don't think she did much. I heard her turn the faucet on. She probably like ran her fingers under the water for 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds, 3 seconds, and then turned the faucet back off. But she did wash her hands, so we're making progress, right? So I tell you all that to say, I think we're probably going to leave Connecticut when the time is right. When Morgan goes to college, wherever Morgan goes to college, it'll just depend on where Avery is, right? Because Morgan's going to leave for college, and Avery at some point will get held back for school, and she'll still have like 3 years left of school eligibility. They give you up until you're 21 to graduate, right? So she's doing good right now. They haven't had to hold her back at all, but at some point that's coming, right? We know that is in our future. There's no like, oh, maybe she'll get, no, we know that at some point she'll probably end up doing like 7 years of high school, if I had to guess. And if she's still in high school, will we take her out of her high school for her final 3 years? I don't know. We'll find out. But I do see, and I'm already retired. I'm actually I started a second career last year. I've already retired once, so I'm by no means married to what I'm doing. For those of you who don't know, I have my CDL, my commercial driver's license, so I can do that anywhere. I may need to take a retest for certain states. They may not honor my CDL because I got it in Connecticut, but usually it transfers nationally. But, you know, I've joked that, because Morgan wants to go to school in Florida, and we really love Disney, I've joked that maybe I'll become a Disney bus driver. That'll be my job. I'll be driving around, and then that's a way to beat the heat and humidity of Florida, is drive around an air-conditioned bus all day. I'm not saying that's like a plan that's etched in stone or anything, but that would be a very real possibility. I try not to plan too far ahead just because life is so crazy. You have to be flexible, but I wouldn't mind that. Morgan goes to school, college in Florida, and Dad gets free entry to Disney by driving the buses around. It says the bounty's escaping. He's right there. Or she's right there. I can see her running around. She ain't escaping nowhere. She's gonna escape right into those moonshine revenue agents. But yeah, I've done this one plenty of times lately too. I feel like it's the same 5 bounties from each bounty board. Never changes. Now where'd she go? Yeah, look at it. She's going right. She's going right where I wanted her to go. But I heard her right to jail. Oh nope, she stopped. I wonder if the revenue agents will start shooting at me. That curse is back.
No good polecat. What I done to you?
You done nothing to me. You just had a bounty poster on the board. I have done that before, by the way. I herded. Oh, there we go. I got don't kill animal for 24 hours. Nice. I have herded one bounty out of Rhodes that takes place in the Heartlands. Ultimately, you end up turning them in at the prison wagon. I herded the dude all the way up Dewberry Creek, essentially. Made him run the whole way. Another great timer, right? 18 minutes on that one. This one's okay. I think it was 8 when we started, right? But I got the time for riding over here on top of this 7 or 8 minutes. Now, this is only a $1 sign, so I doubt the payout's going to be as good as the last one, but it's still going to be a pretty good payout. And I'll look at XP in a second here. I think we're going to rank up because of this bounty. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should, maybe not. It's only going to be like 1,400 probably. But with the daily, we'll see. If not, there's collectibles in the area that we can grab. There's actually jewelry and a card. The jewelry right by the stable. So this will be roll daily number 9. So I won't have to worry about this Deadly Predator or this Crypt Stew, because we're going to get that one.
You gonna get done for this?
You gonna get done for this? But I really like Texas. I like the people. I feel like the people were more like my people. You know, I lived in Dallas. I thought I was gonna have this great story where I'm like, oh, I moved from out of state, you know. But then I get down there and it was like nobody was actually from Dallas. It was like a year before I actually met somebody from Dallas. Most of the people I met in Texas were from like southern Texas, Austin, San Antonio area. I had a lot of my friends, still friends to this day, who went to Texas A&M, College Station. So, you know, like I said, we used to go and hang out in the back of people's pickup trucks, and you know, we used to drive to the bar that way and drive home from the bar that way. It was great, man. I was 23, I think, at the time. So this is going back like 20 years ago. 23 at the time. Met a lot of people who were just out of college, so basically my same age. A lot of transplants, young people, no kids. We would just have a blast. Like whose house we partying at this weekend? Whose apartment we partying at this weekend? It's kind of funny because now we all have kids and we keep up on Facebook. Outlaw bus driver, your wife, you're planning on Disney World next year? Yeah, we might go back next year too. So we just went. I have a video on my channel. It's like 2.5 hours long. Avery loves to watch it. So originally when I released that, I released it as a members only thing for the people who pay, like Braytech, who support the channel financially. That's another great line. You smell like night soil, woman. And then Avery wanted to watch it all the time, so I'm like, well, if I release it publicly, she can watch it on the TV. So thank you, Avery, my 10-year-old daughter with Downs, for all those watch hours. I think so. We were home yesterday. We were off work. I was off work. The kids were off, obviously off because it's school, summer. Other than we had some internet issues for a while, intermittent internet issues. Avery was able to watch the Outlaws Go to Disney video here on the channel like 4 times in an 8-hour period. But she likes it. She likes watching like the monkeys from the Lion King presentation, I guess you would call that. It's not a ride, right? But yeah, she loved that, and then she likes watching. She loved Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which rip F in the chat. The Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, which is like my favorite ride there. We were there. They're like, oh, they're getting rid of it. I'm like, oh no, you're not. I'm about to sit down on this thing. I was about to have a sit-in, just tie myself, you know, wrap myself with duct tape to the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad car. I love that ride. So But now I'm glad I recorded it because now we can watch it on the TV whenever Avery wants to watch that video. So yeah, Outlaws Go to Disney. Check it out. But so yeah, she wants to go back. Avery wants to go. She always asks. It's so funny because my mom is retired, divorced, so single income, but like she doesn't have anything to spend it on other than her grandchildren. So Avery asked Jackie, my wife, Lady Outlaws. Avery asked her, go to Disney tomorrow. She always says, we go to Disney tomorrow? Churro. It sounds like she's saying churro because she has like a little bit of a speech impediment. But so when she says churro, we know she's saying tomorrow. So she said, go to Disney tomorrow? And Jackie's like, go ask Nana. So then Avery comes to me, Daddy, go to Disney tomorrow? I said, go ask Nana. Talk to your grandmother about that. Money bags. Nana money bags. We'll see. We got to go. It was great. We got to go during Christmas, man. It was amazing. I want to go during Halloween next time because I hear that's fun too. But yeah, we got to go at Christmas. They had the snow, the fake snow falling. Great experience. Great overall experience. And it was fun for us because when we went the first time with the kids, they were too little. They got in for free because it was like right before their 3rd birthday. But they didn't really understand it. They had some fun. But the last time we were there, you could tell they were having a blast. Morgan got to meet Asha from Wish, her favorite character at the time. We did meet and greet with Anna and Elsa. It's all in the video, man. If you like Disney and you don't mind spoilers for stuff, if you haven't already been, check it out. It was one of my favorite videos to put together. Morgan got her Bippity Boppity Boutique, which is like they make you look like a princess for the day. She went with the Belle theme. She looked amazing. She had her little Belle dress on when she went on Tron. It was like such a great juxtaposition of a little princess dress on a badass ride. And Morgan's like fearless, man. Morgan, like, if it's a ride, she's like, let's go. Saw parts of the video look good. Kids will be 7 and 8 next June, so I'm hoping it's a good age. Yeah, that'll be a good age. That's what they were. They're 10 now, and it was roughly 2 years ago, so they were like right around 8. It was a great age for it. The thing about Disney that's cool is if you go back every 5 years, it's like a different experience. So I know that like from when I grew up, we went when I was 12, we went when I was 18. I went with my mom, just me and my mom when I was 18. We had a blast. So I'm hoping to do the same thing with our kids. Like I think, I joke about Nana money bags and all that stuff, but I hope to save enough money up to maybe go back ourselves, whether Nana comes or not. Save enough money up to go back when they're maybe like 13. That'll be every 5 years. It'll have been 3 times in 10 years. So I don't want to spoil them. We know some people who go every year, and I wouldn't even want to do that, even if we had the money. It's fun, but you gotta give it a little bit of a rest. We're not that Disney obsessed. Anyway, there's your 9 for 9. Roll challenges are now complete. We'll take a look and recap what we did with those. But I saw the 0.2 gold come in for the challenge and the 0.6 for completing 9 of these challenges. So we did all 3 naturalists. Those are pretty easy today. If I didn't do this one, easily enough I could just go and kill a couple wolves or a couple more alligators and turn those pelts or skins into crypts. But that's what we ended up doing. 2 of the 3 moonshiners, I didn't do the bootlegger missions. I didn't need to. Those always pop if I did need to do them. These are really easy roll dailies today. All 3 collectors are pretty easy to do. Trader, again, could have done that one. This one probably is the worst one of the batch. I wouldn't have done 2 local buyers. I like to do long distance when I do my runs, and I'm not going to do 2 for daily unless I absolutely have to. Still could have done the stew if we had to. And then these bounty ones, completed without killing an enemy or a bounty target. I wonder if Tex or Blondie got those. In fact, let me check Blondie. So she ranked up to 765, GG's Blondie. I know you guys can't see this, but I'm on my PS4. She's actually here in, you know what? Make it so you guys can kind of see it. She's here in Tumbleweed. Come over and say hi. So this is Blondie. This is my secondary character, right? I have my primary character in here as well. Emoting at yourself. Or as Wilkie likes to say, playing with myself. So she did all three of these too. She didn't need the bounty hunter. What did she get? She did all three. Naturalist, 2 of 3 moonshiner, 3 collector. She did the stew. That's right. She had the ingredients to make stew this morning. I did this at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So anyway, that's Blondie. For those of you who haven't seen her. We're going to get back to her at some point. Maybe starting January of 2027. We'll give Lucy a break after running her through the gauntlet in 2026. So Blondie, I would like to at some point get to rank 1000. So I have these 3 characters, right? I have my main character, who I call Big Tex. I've been working with him, playing on his account for like 4 years. He's a rank 1000. Talked about it earlier in the stream, how really my main focus on that character now is awards. Maxing them out as much as possible. I don't think I'll get every award, but I want to try to max them out as much as possible. Specifically right now he's working on naturalist stuff, so just as an example, I have a notepad here that says RDO naturalist info. He needs 4 desert samples, 2 forest river samples, and 2 wetland samples to have 3 full sets. I'll show you what that looks like on Lucy. Just keep in mind her progress is nowhere near what his is. So naturalist, right? So you have these different sample types. Farmland, he's done. Like this award on his is complete. It would show gold like this one for farmland. Well, she hasn't done any. Desert is what I'm working on now. That's the one that's about 24 away from being done. Wetlands way far behind. If you don't know, the water snakes within the wetland category are a huge pain in the ass to get. And as Braytech can attest to, Florida panthers are also very difficult to find. Mountain grassland is done on him. That's the only one she has any of. That's how I ranked her up, in fact, during Naturalist Month. I just went and got a bunch of mountain grassland samples. Forest River I'm doing okay on, but I still have a lot of progress to go there. That one, the moose, can be hard to find, both the western moose and the bull moose, or as Braytech calls them, and I've started calling them as well, Mr. Moose and Lady Moose. And then these legendary animal sample categories. That one's a little easier because you can choose from like 1 of 5. So anyway, I'll do a full naturalist breakdown on Tex next time naturalist is on bonus. I don't really care to do it on this character because she's not really focusing on a naturalist, but you can see in the animal field guide, right? So these all would need to say, the bottom of the screen, categories traded, that says 0 on her. These all would need to say 220, at least 220, except for these ones, right? So these ones, forest river, mountain grassland, wetland, desert habitat, farmland. Each of these individually need to say 220 in order for those awards to be maxed. The nice thing about the legendaries is you can combine them. So dark, light, red and blonde, and pattern. As long as all 4 of those on the bottom add up to 220, then you'll be done with this one. So, a lot of work still to do. Huge sidebar with that because, like I said, on Lucy it doesn't matter. I'm not going to say never, but I'm going to go ahead and say most likely, high percentage, 99.999% likely that I'll never do naturalist stuff with her. Other than dailies. Just because it's such a grind. I mean, it's been such a grind on my male character that I'm like, as soon as I'm done with it with him, I'm done with I'm done with naturalist awards. But yeah. Got a newer token. Nice. GG's. I like it. I love it. Bracelets, I think. We're going to take a look at that too. I bet you she needs the Infanta. I just happened to grab this one because we were here. Yeah, look at she has 8 of those. Definitely didn't need that. Yeah, she's missing an Infanta. She has 1, but that's what's keeping this from having multiples. So anyway, let's take a look at these. We already did 1 general daily. We went and sold our animal tooth. I have to craft a horse care item. I have to pick ram's head, and I have to pluck 2 seagulls. What time of day is it? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We can try for seagulls. I'm not going to go crazy with this. This is my seagull spot, right? like there. I would pin it if I had more markers to use, but I don't. So we're gonna go here, and I think I'm gonna go to Valentine. Fast travel to Valentine. Now there are seagulls in Saint Denis and Blackwater in droves. Very, very plentiful location. However, the second you fire your gun, you're going to want it level for disturbing the peace. And it's a huge pain in the ass. So I'm not going to do that. I will show you where there are some seagulls that are easy to kill and not have to worry about the law. Oh, you know what else? I gotta remember my moonshine's ready. I'm tempted to go do that instead. But it's daytime. And the seagulls are out. Let's go. We'll come back. We'll do our moonshine after. Probably gonna forget. Switch to regular rounds on the varmint rifle. So while I'm doing this, I'm listening, watching the minimap for anything that wants to spawn in, whether it be a hideout. A lot of times there's a defend the campsite right over here. But yeah, it's not just about dailies. Another good spot if you fast travel the roads. Right, fast travel the roads. Come along here, kind of like along the shoreline here. This is Flatiron Lake. This is usually pretty reliable. So when I was playing on Blondie earlier, I got one here at my usual spot, and I got one down here. Now, when I first came through, heading south, there wasn't a seagull. So I rode a little bit away, and then turned around, came back, and rode north, and the seagull had spawned in. So, if you're looking to get this seagull challenge done today, that's what I would recommend. But if you don't mind having the law called on you, by all means, go to Blackwater. They're in Blackwater right by the fast travel, right by the docks there. Some of them are sitting on top of the blue building. The other thing is there's a blood money and crimes outlaw camp that spawns in down here. We'll see if it spawns. It didn't spawn for Blondie. They haven't been spawning as much. I think it knows that my main character is close to maxing out the award for blood money crimes. At some point I'm gonna just go do like 1,000,000 blood money crimes missions in a row. Clear out this waypoint. Right on this little ledge. I'm gonna go slow so it spawns in. I don't see it yet. Might be too late in the day. Might actually have to come back. Nope. One's up there. There's one at least. Another one gonna try and fly off. On the other side? No. Just the one. Oh, nope, there's one. Two. Now you just gotta pluck them. Easy peasy, man. But yeah, I wanted to do this during the daytime. I don't know that they'll spawn at night. They shouldn't. Alright, so I gotta craft a horse care item. Ram's head. I don't know about this non-player means knocked out one. We'll see if I end up getting that or not. But for now, nope. I was gonna say let's go to the Moonshine Shack and do this delivery. But the game is not letting me set up my wilderness camp. Try again. There we go. Second time's the charm. So this will be another 800 XP, which means Blondie, Lucy will rank up. Oh my god, she only needs 24 more XP. That's still not the worst. I think one time I needed 1. I was 1 XP shy of a rank up. Oh, there's a dating app. Dating app ad. Gotta love it. Must be someone who's single in the chat, and it realizes that.
We have a batch ready to go.
Yes, we do. Or I apologize, Marcel. I'm late. Should have been back here sooner, but you know, I had to go pluck some seagulls.
Good. You have arrived. Bon. You are ready to drive, yes? Our clients are a little impatient for sure. We wish to make a good impression. These customers have shown they have some good taste. Their palate is simple, of course, but given their lack of culture,
Right?
I have to admit that they have chosen well.
The dating apps.
These jugs will arrive quickly and in one piece. Yes?
Yes, sir. Let's go. Dang! I feel like I've entered the kingdom of heaven. I can't see a thing. Jesus, let your light shine a little less brightly so that I can drive this moonshine wagon. Please and thank you. My gosh. I'm trying to use Eagle Eye's not making it any better. I need to get out of this fog and sun. Good night.
I wouldn't mind traveling in a wagon like this.
Yes, you would if you can't see, sir. This is like the worst time of day to start a moonshine delivery, apparently. The one's in front of me. Oh, watch out for the fence. Man. It is cool the way the light plays through the trees like that, though. Looks real. It looks for real, though. Thank you, sir, for moving out of the way. Oh, grizzly. That's one of the samples my male character needs right now. He needs a lady moose and a grizzly bear. Those are the 2 forest rivers he needs. It's sad that I know it by heart. I know it off the top of my head. But that's what happens when you grinding. I feel like I'm not on the path, but the mini-map shows that I'm on the path. Man, this might be the most difficult moonshine they've ever done. There we go. Now we're rolling. Just need to get that sun out of my eyes. Alright, so she's gonna rank up there. 722. Cha-ching! I mean 322. I don't know why I said 7. Blondie's 7. That's probably why. Blondie's 765 right now. There is also a flower here. Wisteria? I got some blood flowers on her the other day. She's got like flower sets. I don't think she's even turned in a single flower set yet. We can check. Not that way. Well, yeah, you can check that way too, actually. Progress. So my main character, this whole page is filled, maxed out. She has turned in. Oh, she turned in a few flowers. 8. I stand corrected. But I did. Anyway, I found some blood flower. I feel like she hasn't turned in a flower set in forever. And I finally found some blood flowers the other day. You get 1 or 2. Must have only got the 1. Yeah. I got the 1 over by Calico Hall. Anyway, let's go back to the shack. Start a new batch of moonshine. I still need to craft that horse care item, don't I? Let me see. She's got to be able to do something, right? I don't have the ingredients for potent horse stimulant, potent horse medicine. I know where to get that one. Those are the only 2 she can do, huh? Alright, we're going to go try and find some. I know, actually, I shouldn't say try and find some. We're going to go get some common bull rush after we start a new batch. And then she'll be done with that daily. And then once I'm done with that daily, then we'll go do some Ram's Head. I know right where those are. So we're cruising here. We're going to be done with dailies shortly. And on to maybe more bounties? I don't know. Do I want to start a collector run already? At 322? Rank 322?
A good sailor. Excellent.
I could do both, I suppose.
What shall we create? There are things you could do to lower the price, huh?
Maybe I'll do both. Maybe we'll do a combo of collector run and...
This will be a little...
Once I get close to a certain bounty board, we'll pull the bounty. We'll see what's there. But for now, horse care item, and we need common bull rush for it. So I'm going to go to Emerald, and Heartland Overflow will have the bull rush that we seek. The stuff usually grows along like rivers and stuff like that. You can get it almost anywhere, but I know for a fact there's some. Emerald Ranch, just north of Emerald Ranch. There's actually a fossil here too. Get over here, horse. This is for you. This is mint. We don't need it for a daily, but let's grab it. Alright. And then the bulrush. That's milkweed right here. Looks like maybe 3 plants of it here. I don't know how much I need. I'm gonna grab as much as I can. I think it's only 1, but let's make it so we don't have to come back. Right? I'd rather take the time and get it right now. There's some more. Nope. Missed. Oh, missed. Come on. Killing me. Alright, 7 should be plenty. Let's grab this fossil. Set up a camp, hopefully. Nice. Let's make a horse care item. Can make 7 potent horse medicines. Probably the easiest one to do is if you have the pamphlet is the horse meal. I do that all the time with my other characters, but Lucy here doesn't have the pamphlet yet, so which is fine. Waiting for it to be on sale. Fast travel to Valentine. We'll go get a Ram's Head, just north of Valentine in Cumberland Forest. Is Ram's Head. So there's a few spots for it here. I can't mark them all because my... Oh, they're already marked. Look at that. I must have marked them from the last time. Eat a ladder, that's ginseng. Let's go see. I know they're right there. They're right across from 6 Point Cabin. That little crossroads there is quite often a revenue agent roadblock. There's all kinds of stuff here in Valentine, I'm sure, for collectibles. We'll come back, maybe. For now, we're still focused on daily challenges. No roadblock. And then we're looking for, it essentially is a mushroom. Pops up out of the ground. It's a large mushroom. Certainly larger than like bay belay or parasols. But this is good. I probably marked it for the no, I probably marked it for like the ginseng. But here it is right there. It's kind of hard to see. That's one in the moonlight right there. Ram's Head. I'll show where I'm at on the map for people who've never been here before. Just northwest of Valentine in Cumberland Forest. This little shack here is 6 Point Cabin. It features prominently in story mode. So if you're familiar with that, that's why I said it's by 6 Point Cabin. There's one. Sometimes you get lucky and it grows in 4s. Looks like I did here get lucky, so I just need to find one other spot. I'm going to check up by that other marker, just north of here. Alright, so we'll go up this way. Violet snowdrops, carrots. I think I probably marked this for wintergreen berry. That's what it is. Like, I kept saying ginseng a while ago, but it's not. It's wintergreen berry. That's why I marked these. So there's a wintergreen berry. That could be good for stews. It's not a daily today, but it can be. Some days it's daily. So I must have marked it for that. But next to it is what we need. There's a ginseng too, actually. And then here is our Ram's Head, right? Yep, there we go. Should be 5. Cool. I'll pick a few more just so I have it. Next time, selling to a doctor is a daily. We can sell him some of this stuff. There's an award for resetting that as well under the trade category, right? So it's not a daily today, but what I like to do whenever selling 5 herbs to a doctor, or sell 5 herbs, I guess is the name of it. I come in here and we look at trade. And is it this one? There it is. Sell herbs to a doctor, right? So for the daily, you only need to sell 5, but since you're going to the doctor anyway, you're carrying all these herbs on you, you might as well. I only need 21 consumable items from my camp. So anyway, that's the daily for Ram's Head done. It's just these 2 PvPs and this non-player enemy is knocked out, which we'll see if we can get that one once we start doing some more bounties, or if we come across a revenue agent roadblock or something. But I actually want to see. So she needs 23 of these rounds. 10 of those rounds. So if I go back to camp and grab ammo from her lockbox, she should get to reset that award, which is important because not only is it 0.4 gold, it's also 500 XP. Gold, it'd be nice. The XP is what we're after, though. We're trying to rank up as much as possible today. See if we can't maybe get to 325, which would give us another threshold for treasure map. If we get one, then maybe I'll do treasure maps at some point in the stream. For now, let's go back to camp. Pull those items from the lockbox. So there's wild animal tagging. If you're playing and you want to get top 3 in a free roam event, that's the one to do it. Because even if you go AFK, come in 13th, 14th place, you still get credit for top 3. Again, there's collectibles here, but we're probably going to come back, so not going to worry about it right now. Normally, this is where I would stop. Like a normal session, I've done all my dailies, ranked up. Yeah, pretty clean session there. Yeah, once I rank up, I usually start looking, alright, what dailies do I really want to do that are left? But the role challenges were really easy today. That was helpful. Three, 23, 2, 10. How come she didn't get that award? Was it looking at the wrong thing? Why is it still... Oh, purchase! I'm an idiot. That's why. Purchase consumable items. I could have done that from anywhere. Oh my gosh, dude. These last couple days. Tall trees ain't the only thing that's been foggy. For the horse. There it is. There it is. 0.4. And I also got 500 XP. Alright, so. Dailies are done. For the most part, right? Maybe do this one, depending on what happens. Not doing PvP. Already ranked up. I think I am going to do what I said I was going to do. Let's go start a little bit of a collector run. I'm not going to call it a collector run because we're also going to stop and do some bounties along the way. I'm going to pull a poster from each one that I go by, right? So if I go to Tumbleweed, we can start. Well, I don't like Tumbleweed. I'm not going to pull one from Tumbleweed. That much I can tell you. When we go over to Benedict Point, I'll pull one. I like the ones out of Benedict Point. Actually, I like to test the ones out of Benedict Point because in the past, I've gotten like triple payouts for regular bounties from there, which is definitely a bug. You're not supposed to get that, but it's a good bug. It's a happy bug. Just did final hideout ward maxed. Nice job, man. That's not an easy one. That's definitely not. That's some grinding to get to that one. Definitely doable. That's under free roam, right? Definitely doable, but still. So essentially, the count is off, right? You have to remember that. So it says 100. You would assume 100 times 10. Oh, it's 1,000. It's not because the 1 doesn't kick in. Like it doesn't say 1 now, right? So 0 to 100 is 1. Then when you have Roman numeral 1, 0 to 100 is 2. So you end up doing 1,100 of these, which is such a funny mistake that Rockstar made. Classic Rockstar. But anyway, GG's to Ghost because that is 1,100. He said hideouts. Where's hideouts? That's campsites. Hideouts. There you go. 1,100 of these. Lucy's done 61. I'm going to take a look real quick. Let me look and see what Big Tex has done. Give me a sec. Big Tex has... Oh, his dailies are rolling through. Hey, Wilkie, how's it going? Good. My summer's good so far. Can't complain. Got some much-needed rest. Although this week has been a little tough. But, yeah, the 2 weeks prior, I got some good rest. I slept like 11, 12 hours a day. I was not feeling well. So I'm looking up Tex and his hideouts. We can just go through all of them, really. Not all of the awards, but all the awards under this trade category. Or no, sorry, free roam category. Trade is maxed out. Trade, his whole page is complete. Free roam. So he needs 6 more to reset it, and he'll be in his 9th. So I need 206 more hideouts. Defend the campsites, he's only in like wave 7. And he's at 67, so what's that? 33. He needs exactly 333, which is kind of a funny number, right? 206 on the hideouts, 333 campsites. That one's going to take a while. And then ambushes, I said he was around 10, 15. He's at 11. So he's at 11 in the 10th wave, and 10th and final wave, or 11th and final wave, I suppose. He needs 89. He needs to get ambushed 89 times to be done. So, free roam awards we're definitely closing in on. What were some of the other ones I have pinned? So I have... Oh, he only needs 26 more blood money crimes, and he's done. Hat shots, I need 73 to reset, but that's not the final one. I have minutes survive with a wanted level. I gotta go be a bad boy. 94 hideouts we already talked about. Counters while brawling. Counters while brawling. Let me show this on Lucy's screen so she doesn't get kicked. So that's under combat. There's this funny combat award that I don't know that I'll ever get on even my main character. So that's like, I think when you get tackled and you knock them back off of you, I don't think you get credit if you like block a punch and then counter. I don't know yet. I definitely want to test that one. But for my main character, it says 559 out of 1,000. I don't think he's even reset that. No, that would be the first time that he would reset that. So that's an award that you're talking about 1,000, almost 1,500 more. That's going to be tough. That's going to be very tough. So then again, I feel like I'm juggling over here, juggling controllers. Bounty Hunter Award. Oh, that's one that you can reset. That one doesn't count. 666 living bounty targets turned in. That's already been reset once for him. Twice, I think, maybe. 534 dead bounty targets turned in. I don't think he's reset that one yet. 77 enemies lassoed from horseback and hogtied. 18 out of 20 legendary animal categories turned in. 19 out of 20 forest river. So these are all ones I pinned because I'm getting close to resetting them, or because I want to have added focus on them. But this is all on my main character, so you guys can't even see the stuff, but it's there. I was talking numbers before about naturalist. So he's done with farmland. Desert habitats, 195 out of 220. So like I said, 25 more. Wetlands, it's only 35. 35 out of 220 is 185. Quick math in my head. Still to go. Mountain grasslands is done. And then Forest River He's at 159. So call it 160. He has 60 more to go, 61 technically to go. And then on the legendaries, it's like way more than that, but I'm not worried about that. So anyway, that's the big text update that you guys can't see. I will live stream one of these days, one of these weekends. I will live stream from him as we're doing like a ward pursuit type stuff. It's got a different feel to it. It's way more grindy. Try not to grind too much on this character. But anyway, so let's go ahead and mark the map before I start talking about all that. I had marked the map. West of Tumbleweed is a random metal detector spot. So let's go. I'll have her start in Tumbleweed. We'll just ride around the map. We're going to ride around the map collecting. I'll pause for bounties occasionally. I'll pause whenever Moonshine is ready. And we'll just spend the rest of the stream doing that. What do we got? We got 7 hours. 7 hours before the collector map resets. So let's use it. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll get some XP from pulling some items. Like I said, maybe get her to 325 today if technology holds up. But ultimately, we're not going to turn in any sets until I think next month. I think next month will be collector month. If not, then September. But we're getting close to another collector roll bonus month, I think. It's my gut instinct tells me. Only Rockstar knows. For sure. But we'll have to wait and see. I just love riding around the map like this. Which is funny, because I remember when they the second mission, I guess, of story mode, they have you try to put Arthur in cinematic. I never really cared for that in story mode. In fact, I hated it out of the gate. So it's amazing how far I've come around on riding in cinematic. But I just like, you can see like the mountains every so often in the distance. And I don't know how to ride a horse in real life. I don't live in the desert, so this is how I kind of live vicariously. I would love to. I mean, I would like some modern day comforts, but I would like to go back 100 years and 130 years, I guess, at this point, and kind of experience what life was like back then. Obviously, slavery and Reconstruction era and all that stuff. I don't want to bring that back, but we could have all the modern day amenities and freedoms that we have now, plus just a little more simpler life. Do we need 1,000 apartment complexes, residents? Where am I going? I'm in the wrong spot. There's a hideout. We'll tackle that kind of stuff too, right? If I see it on the map, we'll tackle some hideouts. Defend some campsites. There's your gold eagle. A ton of them this week. So what am I missing if I don't have... Oh, the gold pocket watch. Not that I'm going to turn these sets in anyway. These Ohio Rose and 1797 Gold Eagles are kind of rare. Maybe not the Ohio Rose, but I know the Gold Eagle is. I see that's only my 4th. Definitely don't recommend doing Madame Nazar's collection this week. Keep it for yourself. Keep it and do it as a full coin set instead. Alright, let's tackle this hideout. If it doesn't despawn. wish I was playing on my main right now. Ghosts has got me inspired about taking down hideouts. James Jones, how's it going? Oh, driving off the road. Don't read chat and drive at the same time. I feel like... Can I snipe these guys from here? Someone who's good with a sniper rifle probably could. But can I? I don't know, man. This might be a little too far away. Let me make sure it's clean first. Clean-ish. Yeah, I'll clean it. And let's see if we can take these fools down. No. I'm so bad with a sniper rifle. I got kinda good, not even good, passable on Tex, my main character, because I was doing it every day. Then I maxed out that award, and I was like, I don't want to say I haven't done. Maybe I haven't done. Maybe it's the first time doing sniping. I mean, this frustration. I'm not even frustrated by it anymore. I used to get so mad back in the day. GTA, 3, like the regular one that takes place in Liberty City. You gotta do the sniper mission where you gotta protect the bomb guy, 8-ball. I friggin' hated that mission. But there you go. We got a hideout cleared in honor of the fact that Ghost just maxed out that award. I'm gonna put this back on while we're right around, just in case we encounter any legendaries. Let's go. I went right through Gaptooth. There was a card, Queen of Pentacles. We'll grab that. So we'll go Gaptooth, and then we'll make our way down to Benedict. By then, I'll grab a bounty, and then by then the Moonshine should be ready too. So it's a collector run, but it's gonna be a collector run with interruptions. Which I guess doesn't really make it a collector run. I guess I'm just kind of playing the game. Yeah, that 8-ball mission. Oh my gosh, they love that in GTA. That there'll be a mission in GTA 6, I'm sure, with the sniper rifle and protecting somebody. There's one in Red Dead. You gotta protect Sadie as she runs through Van Horn towards the end, like the second to last mission, or is it the last mission of Chapter 6? They love it, and this time they made it even harder because character's sick and has no cores. Oh man, I like that mission. I don't like that part of that mission for obvious reasons. Friggin' sniper rifle. Ugh. San Andreas, yeah, so what was the sniper rifle mission in San Andreas? I gotta try to remember. Help me out, give me a little more details. I'm sure the second you start giving more details, like, oh yeah. You just can't think of it right now. I'm old. I've been playing video games for too long. San Andreas sniper rifle mission. Atari, see, you got me beat. I did not have an Atari. My first system was a regular NES. My dad had like an Atari. Him and his younger brother. So I have an uncle who's only like maybe I don't know 5 years older than me, just because the way family works. But yeah, they had an Atari. I'd go over their place and play it. But NES and then SNES. The Super Nintendo was my jam. That was like I played on regular Nintendo. I played some Mario and some Zelda, and maybe some Donkey Kong or whatever. But then when Super Nintendo came out, man, Donkey Kong Country, A Link to the Past, Super Mario World, all those things were like F-Zero. All those things were my jam. NBA Jam. Speaking of jam. 42. There you go. Yes. All right. So I'm 44. So I got you beat. But yeah, we just never had an Atari. I guess we weren't really into video games until I finally convinced my parents to get me a Nintendo. But yeah, it's I miss Super Nintendo. In fact, I have one of those SNES systems. The games are all like preloaded. There's no like actual games that you plug in. But that's where I cut my teeth video game playing. That's 1,000 hours probably playing A Link to the Past, multiple replays. Bilal, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, NFL Blitz, yeah. I wasn't really into NFL stuff back then. So when I was younger, I played basketball, which is so funny now because I can't stand I like college basketball. I don't like professional basketball. But back in the day, with like Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf, who else was on that Supersonics team? The Seattle Supersonics. I liked NBA Jam. That was probably my favorite sports game at the time. And then at some point, probably once getting over to PS2, I never had a PS1. Once we got on PS2, then we started playing Madden, MLB The Show eventually on like PS3, I think. By the time that I got into that, I don't mind sports games. In fact, I got some videos here on the channel of me playing MLB The Show, and I saw College Football 27 just came out. I did some College Football 25. I did not bother with College Football 26 or 27, at least not yet. I don't know if I will. Maybe at some point I will. But Ocarina of Time, yeah. That's one Zelda I did not play. I was so hooked on Link to the Past. That was just like all day, every day. I would sit there and listen to like Green Day. I didn't get the coin yet. Yeah. Sports games for me are kind of hit or miss now. Just sports in general are hit and miss. I still like football. I still watch football, but I definitely don't watch it as passionately as I used to. Baseball, I can't tell you the last time I watched an actual baseball game. Although we did go, we're Orioles fans. We did go to Camden Yards this year. I took the kids to Camden Yards for the first time. That was kind of cool. But they suck, so hardly ever watch them. I used to pay money to watch them. Finally, I was like, just cancel it. Cancel the MLB's TV subscription. I don't need it. I'm not watching these losers play anymore. But football is like so easily accessible, right? It's on every week, Sunday, sometimes Saturday, sometimes Monday, Thursday, right? Become more of a softball fan just through my daughter. My 10-year-old daughter plays softball. she likes to watch that with me. She wants to play in college, so that's kind of a cool thing. But yeah, it's I don't know. I won't say yeah Green Day, old school Green Day like Nimrod and Dookie, right? Modern Green Day I could take or leave, you know. But those old school '90s Green Day songs, early '90s, right? So I graduated from high school in 2000, so eighth grade would have been '96. I'm trying to remember when that stuff came out. What was that before '96 that the Green Day stuff started? Again, the early Green Day stuff. Like I know, like American Idiot, all that stuff. But I know Dookie and Nimrod were big. We were probably in like 7th grade, 8th grade, somewhere around there. Got him. Might be the easiest bounty I've ever done. I wish I could turn him in right here. Let me get across the train real quick. 11 minutes for this bounty is insane. Be some good XP here. What was this, $2 sign?
I'll just leave y'all to it.
No, you won't. 2002, System of a Down. Yeah, oh my god, dude, System of a Down in that period.
For Christ's sake.
So freaking good.
Oh God.
I knew of them a little before everybody else. Not everybody else. I knew of them a little before most people because I liked Sugar. One of my friends from high school was into them, and he introduced me to Sugar.
Goddamn fools.
And then they got big. There's the one song I can't think of the name at the moment.
Shit.
After like 9/11, the When Angels Deserve to Die song, right?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
That's where they really blew up. But yeah, I knew of them a little before all that. Ooh, nice duck. Here, come here. Dodge that one. Not like bragging or anything, but most people became familiar with them from that. There was like 3 singles off of that same record that were huge. Like you could not listen to the radio for more than half an hour without hearing one of those songs. But not too many people know Sugar. And I remember when I first met my wife, I'm like, "Oh, you like System of a Down? Check this out." And she just was like, "Wait a minute." It was a little less radio friendly. Early System of a Down, right? But they're great. I mean, I love that. I love what they stand for. I love that they don't like back down from it. Like they are who they are, and no apologies. And I love that. To me, is like the best kind of music. They don't, yeah, they just don't settle, right? They're not going to settle for
Devil's luck.
inferior. But yeah, I remember System of a Down was cool. Chop Suey. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. They have such weird song names. It's hard to remember. Like most bands, they're like, we're going to call the song what we sing in the chorus. System of a Down's like, F that. We're just going to call it whatever. I'm sure it makes sense to them somehow, right? But like, trying to build a prison system song, right? I can never remember their titles other than Sugar. But yeah, I had a buddy who was big into, like he was always the first one to find out about these bands, and it was always like an album or two ahead of everybody else. So we would listen to all these songs, and then like a year or two later, the band would just get massive. I think of like Eve 6. He was a big Eve 6 guy before they got popular. Like he was the one who introduced me to Blink 182, and not like, damn it, Blink 182. What was the Cheshire Cat? Blink 182, right? I'm so thankful for that, because half the time I'm talking about like songs and recordings these bands did, and people are like, wait, what? You mean, Damn It wasn't the first Blink-182 record? And it's like, no. And if you go see them live, sometimes they'll play Carousel, which is such an amazing song. And I love that I knew of them before most people. Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, I never really got into them. There was like maybe one song, but the whole Juggalo thing is weird too. They have a weird, a passionate fan base, clearly, but also weird. Strange. Remember like early Eminem too, like that, like the Marshall Mathers LP.
Greetings, miss.
That was all right around the same time period. It was like late high school for me, like junior, senior year of high school. I feel like we got into all that stuff. Slipknot. Someone mentioned ICP, so I gotta mention Slipknot. Which I think is so funny because he's in like 3 bands now, and 2 bands he doesn't wear the mask anymore. But it was such a good time period for music, you know, when they're like that old school 90s, we talk about this all the time, the old school 90s hip hop, nothing will ever top that. The hip hop today, I can't even listen to it, it's such garbage. But like, I tried to introduce my daughter to Busta Rhymes. We were on vacation, because the World Cup, we were watching the World Cup, and freaking, why can't I think of the song now? What's the song by Busta Rhymes they're playing during the World Cup? Someone help me out. I know Braytech knows. But anyway, I had her listen to it. I was like, you gotta check this out. This was popular when Daddy was in high school. Pro wrestling, dude. The pro wrestling was huge at the time. Yes, I'm so glad we're talking about this. This is like bringing me back to high school. We went to so many pro wrestling events. It's right here. It's based right here in Connecticut. It's a little kind of far away from where I am. It's about maybe an hour and a half drive, which is crazy to think about because Connecticut's not that big. But I'm on one end of the state and they're on the other end of the state. But yeah, it's right here in Stamford, Connecticut. Is WWE headquarters. But I liked it when it was still WWF. Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock. That was, to me, the Attitude Era, right? The Attitude Era, which, if you watch a documentary and all the stuff going on behind the scenes, it's like, whoa. But what we got to see on TV, man, and if you got to go to like an in-person show, freaking amazing. I've been to a few WWE. We went to one, like a house show. And then they had a Monday Night Raw one time after WrestleMania, which was cool. We got to go to the Monday Night Raw the night after WrestleMania. I had a buddy who went to WrestleMania and then also went to the Monday Night Raw show. But yeah, I can't tell you, I can't probably name a single wrestler right now. Did John Cena come back? Does that count? I kind of like phased out after the Attitude Era. A lot of the newer wrestlers, I don't think they're as good on the microphone. I don't think they're as good physically in the wrestling. It's not the same as it was. You know, Mankind, right? Freaking Mick Foley. We used to do that shit in the backyard. I'm sure you guys did too. We used to do that shit in the backyard. We'd set up and we were doing like freaking pile drivers in the pool or outside of the pool.
Say I like this.
Richmond, Virginia College. I'm trying to think. I saw them somewhere else too. We went. They had DX had a signing event at a local Ames Hardware. That's like a Petco now. It's not even an Ames Hardware anymore. But we went. We were the last ones in line, so we got to spend as much time with them at the end. It was freaking cool. We were in our glory. Got a signed poster. I used to have all that shit on my wall in the basement. So when I was in high school, I played basketball for the first 2 years, and then I sucked. I thought I was a good basketball player. It turned out I was just really tall. So once everybody else got as tall as I was, I sucked at basketball. My friends convinced me to switch to wrestling. So between my junior and senior year, I was in the weight room in the basement, and I hung up like all these like WWE magazine pictures of them like doing their moves and stuff like that. It's so funny to think back to that. That I had a bunch of freaking shirtless dudes on my wall.
Shit.
Yeah, shit. Like the bounty just said. A few wrestling events in the Attitude area. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero. I'm trying to think what was like the headline match. I know at the time it was like Undertaker was messing with Stephanie McMahon, and then like Triple H saved her, and that's like led to them like actually like getting romantically involved and ultimately married.
Get back here.
But like it was during the DX era. It was towards the end of that though. Shawn Michaels was not around anymore because he hurt his back. Although I guess he came back for a while too, but he's totally out now. I mean, ultimately that shit catches up with you, right? If you're a pro wrestler, you're lucky to have like a 5-year career. I'm trying to think of who else was like the Hardy Boys, Edge. Edge was like a thing. Obviously, all the Mick Foley characters. It was so much fun, though. It was so much fun. We had like we used to, like I said, we used to do it in the backyard. We had like walk-up music that we would play. we took like whiteout and wrote like wrestling belt championship or some shit on a black belt. It was just a plain like a regular black belt like you would wear to work. You would wear to an office setting. We wrote with whiteout on there like Intercontinental Champion or some shit. Dude, we were nuts. Me and my friends were crazy, but we did all that shit. My parents are lucky that no one got hurt and they didn't get sued. I don't remember Ed Christian Dudley. I don't remember that name. So I know some of the older wrestlers too. Like obviously I know Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage from like the original era. Right, those guys kind of came back, but they were all on WCW by then, and I just didn't care for WCW's product. I liked WWF much better. Anyway, there's your Benedict Point bounty.
Tumbleweed thanks you. I believe you'll find that figure to your liking.
Yeah, like I said, we're really lucky nobody got hurt. Unsanctioned wrestling matches. Oh, only 700. Only 700 XP for that one because I hit the threshold there. That's all right. We'll reset that for some money, some gold and XP. That's kind of what we're here for, right? 5.5 gold, $100. I think 500 XP. Nice. So how does that do? All right. I feel like we're behind though. I feel like I'm off pace. Maybe it's just because I'm talking a lot, which is fine. I'm happy to. I'm like, this is great. I love talking about the glory days, man. The glory days of high school. I went to a small Catholic high school, so there was only like 100 kids in my whole graduating class. I think some of those schools here have like 400, 500 kids in their graduating class. We had 100 kids, so a lot of close friends. It was good. Smaller school, I think, is probably better. So we need to knock people out, right? Or just drive them to the ground. What do I have to do? What's the daily? Knock them out. This is going to be tough with these guys. This is a tough little... I didn't want that. I want my health. Where's my health one? There you go. What I might do... Kill a few in between. Oh, she's gonna die. Shoot him! Shoot him! Cause some damage. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Oof. Close. That's 2. Uh-oh, fire. We have fire. Well, shit is right. Alright, where are these bastards on the horses? Just clear a little space here. I definitely want to take out these guys on horses. Should be 4. Here comes the horseman. I need one more, right? This should be one more. Look out. I left 2, so if we don't get it, we'll have a backup. No, 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 don't rope him. That ain't gonna work. You gonna get knocked out like a dog. There we go, that's 5. So we'll do something fun with this last guy. I'm still gonna tackle him. Come here, come here. He used to have a head. Oh, you couldn't really even see it though, her butt was in the way. Make a better door than a window. Oh, there's my timer. Speaking of moonshine, time for some mo. But yeah, so there's some bands I like now. Like there's some music that I really like now, but it's not the same. It's just not the same. Pretty much every genre of music back then had some freaking beasts. And I like all kinds of music, so it really worked out well for me. Look at this dude sitting. He's praying. I hope you're praying. Is that the one who said he hopes I'm praying? No, he praying. He's like, Lucy, forgive me. And she's like, no. How do I get him to not do that anymore? I could pick him up, I guess. I don't want to do that. Get blood all over my nice clothes. Nice. Yeah, it is. It really is a beautiful game. You know, even without any kind of update at this point, right? Graphical update, 60 FPS kind of stuff. It looks amazing. I have to say, though, I was playing, because of my internet issues yesterday, I was playing Horizon Forbidden West on my PS5 Pro, and it's just, like, this game, if this game had an upgrade, that would be amazing. Probably not going to get it, though. Not with GTA looming. Oh, come on. No, stop hitting the wagon. What is this angle? Okay, I'll put a hole in that dumb bitch. Oh, why is she standing up? I didn't tell you to stand up. Come on, I'm shooting more objects than people right now. Come on, Lucy, you're better than this. Now, how come that time I can shoot him? Oh, you got a shotgun? Me too. That time I shot him through the wheel. Come on now.
Not getting squeamish on me, are you? Take him down!
Take him down! Love the way his voice cracks. I wish these counted for, like, actual hideouts. That would be great.
This here boy's gonna get you.
Would have been done with hideouts a long time ago if these ones counted. Here, let's let the wolf out, see what happens.
Damn it! They sprung it free.
Go get him. Puppy posse in effect. Puppy posse is in effect. Get him. Get him, boy. Get him. He doesn't even do anything. He's just sitting there barking. There he goes. Yeah, get him. Rip his throat out. Oh, the wolf is on the friggin' wall. I got guys coming behind me. Heads up. Heads up. Heads up. Sneak up behind a lady like that. How dare you? Yeah, I don't know that they're gonna do anything else with this game. I would take any kind of news like that with a huge grain of salt. I mean, that's like, this is not gonna happen. I don't think. I think we're done with this game. Where is he? Puppy posse! Puppy, help me! Get him! Get him! Take him down.
Got your name on.
Yes. Yes, get him, puppy. Oh, he got him. Now I gotta kill the wolf. I didn't want to have to kill the wolf. Dang. Ah! Out of here. Oh, it'll be a mercy kill. Good. Harriet. Sorry, not sorry. Third Florida Panthers Temple today. Damn, dude. That's awesome. I think he said yesterday you were struggling with it a little bit. Alright, let's not kill the second wolf. I'd love to do that, though. I like, a lot of times there's that moonshine event that happens at Forward Rise. Way over now. South Park. Here. And a lot of times as you're coming up here, the wolves come. If you ride through and park your horse over here, the wolves do all the work for you. They literally will kill every enemy there. And they just stand there. The enemies get bugged out. They just stand there. Just stand there and get eaten by wolves. That's so funny. I was talking about Puppy Posse. And I got an ad for clothing. Apparel for dog lovers. YouTube is listening. Always listening. Except when I say, send notifications to my subscribers. Then they don't listen. They're like, no, we will send notifications to whoever we deem we want to send notifications to. ThemTube. Alright, I need these horses to shut the fuck up. Let's take out our sedative rounds just in case. I don't want to kill another wolf. I will if I have to. But I prefer not to. And then, can I get this blood money to spawn in? So that Tex can get his 75th? 75 out of 100 in the last wave? This thing has not been spawning. None of these blood monies have been spawning. I don't know what's going on. It's broken. Used to always spawn in as soon as I was done with that poacher mission. Yeah, you do. I know you do. I saw something recently that said if you subscribe to a channel and you go 30 days without watching any videos, you'll get not unsubbed, but they'll turn your notifications off. Which I was like, that's kind of messed up. And in the comment section, one of the creators was like, content creator was like, what if I only post one video a month? Not everybody posts videos every day. So, I don't know, man. I wish, there's certain things I like about the new YouTube, and there's certain things I despise about the new YouTube. I wish they would just go back. Like, if someone subscribes to my channel, then that means they want to be notified. You don't have to have a subscription and a notification. Right? Shouldn't have to have a subscription and a notification. By subscribing, you're telling YouTube, I want to watch more of this person's content. So, I don't know. They didn't ask me. I guess it's a good thing this blood money didn't spawn in, because I need to go get a card over here. Yeah. And not necessarily for the better. I have a serious concern that at some point they're going to take violent video game content down. And my channel will no longer exist because I play a lot of stuff like violent video games. I was working on another Ghost of Tsushima video this morning. I actually have a session that I'm going to break down into 3 parts, and the final part is the fight against the Kitsune, which kind of wraps up that chapter. So I'm getting close to. I'm excited. If you play Ghost of Yotai, you know what I'm talking about. There's a side quest in the final area, which don't anyone give it away, because I don't like spoilers. We get an ambush here. Let's see. No, she really wanted help. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, there's a side quest in like the final area, the coastline area, Oshima Coast, I think they call it. That's probably the greatest side quest ever played. But I'm very excited to get to that point of my Ghost of Yotai playthrough to see, you know, watch that quest again. But yeah, friggin' not so great. That quest I'm talking about that I'm remembering is just freaking amazing. So, looking forward to that. Maybe in the next week or so. Crazy ever since it's added on that cable TV deal. Yeah! And that's, you know, it's not just YouTube. It's a lot of companies. I was thinking about this the other day. Netflix has mobile games. Amazon has streaming, which Amazon streaming is not bad. But it's like all these companies, they get away from what they did best, and then what they did best is no longer good anymore. So like YouTube was cool when it was like actual people uploading videos of whatever. I remember when I first started watching YouTube, it was like old Office videos I used to watch, or old Office episodes. They didn't have full episodes, but they were just, it was clips. It wasn't like episodes because it had a TV deal. And then they got away from that and into like whatever this, you know, YouTube TV and all this other, and it's just like, dude, settle down. Just let people upload their videos. Do what you did best for so many years, you know? Dunkin' Donuts, right? I don't know if you guys have Dunkin' Donuts where you are, but it's huge here in the Northeast. Their donuts used to be so good. The donuts and the coffee. The coffee wasn't the greatest, but the donuts were really good. Now it's like, you know, they got all these different drinks and frappuccinos and all this other shit, and it's like, the donuts suck. Like, it's in your name. Well, not anymore. They changed the name. Now it's just Dunkin', which is probably why, because their donuts suck. But it's like these, you know, you do a certain thing well, just keep doing it, you know? Like, I'm waiting for Chick-fil-A to start serving burgers. It happens every time. Like, I had issues with the internet yesterday. The cable company / internet company, when I called them to cancel my cable, because we weren't using it, we either watch Netflix or any other streaming service, or we watch movies or whatever. We weren't watching cable, so I'm like, well, why are we paying for cable? Let's cancel it. They offered me an iPhone. We're going mobile. You want to buy a mobile phone? No, I don't want a mobile phone from my cable company. Just deliver my cable and my internet. It's not hard. It's really, really not hard. Do what you do best. You don't need to have your hands in everything. Every freaking company now has their hands in everything. And they suck at what they first started out doing well. Outlaws rant. You guys have been missing this stuff because I haven't been on the mic. Whenever I haven't been on the mic, you haven't been able to hear my outlaw rants. Oh, man. Nah, freaking 17.89 penny. I know what to do with that, Braytech. I heard you yesterday, loud and clear. She's in tall trees today, by the way. So we're gonna grab this. There's an arrowhead here. We'll grab this arrowhead, and then because I'm in Armadillo, I'm supposed to do a bounty, but my moonshine is ready. So we'll do the moonshine first, then we'll come back to Armadillo, do the bounty, and then pick up our collector run. I'm not sure this is the right way to do this. I feel like I should probably just pick one or the other between bounties and collecting, but it's alright. If there's any collectibles in the area of where we're delivering the moonshine, we'll grab those. I would like to be able to get to 325 today. I don't know if that's going to be possible without turning in collector sets, and I'm not turning in collector sets, so. But let's give it the old college try. There's a hideout over here. I'm going to skip that. I got to stop getting distracted by every little free roam event. If there's a Blood Money Crime one, yes, I'm going to activate that for sure. My main character is so close to being done with those. That'll probably be, if I had to guess, it's either going to be that or Desert Samples will be the next maxed out award. Blood Money Crimes or Desert Sample sets. But let's go make all three of these characters some money by selling some moonshine. So it's been nice having all three characters in the same lobby. You know, most days I wake up, I set up the poker table lobby using Blondie and Big Tex. Lucy kind of sits out. If I have time in the morning, if I don't have anything going on, I'll log in and do a few hours on Lucy. It's been a lot of 2-hour sessions. Hour and 54 minutes, 2 hours and 2 minutes. But it averages out to about 2 hours every day. I'm trying to get her to rank up at least once. Then later in the day, maybe I'll do some dailies on Blondie if I haven't already done them. And then doing animal samples on Big Tex. So it really is, it's like 3 different experiences with 3 different characters. But, there's the but, it definitely has an expiration date because the PS4 is struggling. Maybe I shouldn't leave it on all day, but I want to keep the poker table lobby open if I can, right? If the characters don't get kicked. So, like even right now, like Blondie's just hanging out in the wardrobe and Tumbleweed. So is Big Tex, but he's on the PS4. I mean, 5. She's on the PS4. I noticed earlier today when I was doing dailies with her, it was really, like, it was almost like the game was, like, slowing down. I kept thinking I was going to get kicked. So I'm just going to enjoy whatever time is left of having all 3 characters in the same lobby, because once the PS4 goes, that's it. I'll have to pick and choose which characters I want in. You know, I'll have to log one character out on the PS5 and log another one in. But luckily I have 3 PS5s at this point. The 2 that I'm using right now, one has Big Tex, the other one has Lucy. Those are my regular PS5s. And the PS5 Pro, I just kind of leave it off. And hadn't really used it too much until yesterday, but I was having fun playing Forbidden West, and the graphics look amazing, especially at nighttime. So, you know, if you have a PS5 Pro, and you already played Forbidden West on the PS5, and you're thinking, it can't be that much of an update, can it? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Replay Forbidden West on the PS5 Pro. I was using the shield wing, like the hang glider, at night. It looked so freaking good. I was like, oh my god. I really should capture some gameplay. Or at least get a picture or something. It looks so much better. You wouldn't think it would be that much better because it's only PS5 to PS5 Pro, but it looks so much better. I want to play some other games. I want to go back and do the 2018 God of War, and then play Ragnarok again also. And I kind of want to go back and play Zero Dawn as well. Those Horizon games and God of War games are so close, so near and dear to my heart. Alright, there's another 800 XP, 847 to be exact. So we're just about 3/4 of the way to 323. This is going to be tough. I don't know if it's going to happen. I need to find a $3 sign bounty. I should be doing more bounties, I think. Because these collectibles are good, but it's only like 100 at a time. And I'm not turning in any sets anytime soon. The benefit from that comes later. It's not immediate satisfaction, gratification. See if there's a treasure map over here, maybe a legendary animal, maybe blood money crime, something. If at worst we'll get a berry for the next berry cobbler. But no, there's nothing over here. Interesting. Might have kind of a bad lobby. It might be because I've had my characters in here for so long today. Tex and Blondie have been in here for, I don't know, 7 hours at this point. One more set for another wetland reset, and what number are you at? What reset would it? I mean, what? Give me the actual number out of 220. What's the actual number out of 220 that you're sitting at for wetlands? Because that's insane. You're so much further ahead than me on that particular award.
A good saying, huh?
Yeah, it was alright.
D'accord.
139. So you're over 100 ahead of me in that particular one. I think what did I say earlier? I had 30 something. 30. I think it's 39 actually, because I'm close to a reset on that one also, which I'll probably get later today. After I'm done streaming, I'm gonna try to spend a little more time with him, getting those. What is it like? I think I need 10 samples for 3 sets between desert and forest, river, and wetland. But the wetland one is on a reset. I think I need 2 water snakes, and I can reset that one for the second time. But you're exactly 100 ahead of me. Insane. All right, back to Armadillo. I said I was going to do a bounty. Actually, I need to retool, restock ammo. Let's go to camp first. I just saw she only had 42 rifle rounds, and we did do some NPC annihilating. I have this wagon. I don't really want to run this wagon unless it's Trader Month, but he's also pretty full on materials, so at some point I'll need to run this wagon. I kind of want to save it for a daily. Watch out, Cadbury. Alright, Armadillo, Bounty, and then pick up our collecting. Looks like there's a random metal detector spot at Twin Rocks today. But yeah, in addition to the one wetland that I want to do later, I also really want to focus on these deserts because that's getting close to the end. And I have a ton of, like earlier, I was just doing, while you were streaming Breakdeck, I was just doing desert, like pronghorns. Pronghorns and, where am I going? It's the same one! Oh my gosh. Oh no, it's a different one. It's the one outside of Tumbleweed. That's funny. We're going the wrong direction. Oh wait, no, is he trying to get to the... No, he's not. Wait. Yeah, no, that's fine. This is good. We'll go to Benedict Point. While Breakdeck was streaming, it was really early, so I had the sound off. So I was like, I don't really want to go try and sample predators, like grizzly bears and cougars and stuff, while the sound wasn't on. I gotta be able to hear. So, but family was still asleep, trying to be respectful to them for that, but also wanted to get some grind time in. So I got a bunch of, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 maybe of the Sonoran bucks and Baja does and stuff like that. Just kind of building up on those. Now I just need, and I have it right here. I had it open before. Desert iguana, Baja buck, Sierra ram, and blacktail rattlesnake are the 4 that I need for this round. But like I have a ton of Gila monsters, a ton of armadillos. I think I have like 10 desert sheep. So just kind of stockpiling those other ones has been helpful because every time I go back to her and sell them, when I go back out, I only need like 3 more samples. So I've needed Sierra rams a few times, cougars a few times, but ultimately, the process is working. If I need cougars, I go up to Brandywine Drop, which sometimes also gives me moose for Forest River. So I think I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing, and it might take me another year, definitely with the wetlands, but I'll have more time